A Buyer's Guide to Used Alien Spaceships by Janson Davies. Chapter 1. Welcome to the Galactic Lemon Lot, where dreams go to die in a cloud of ionized regret. Congratulations, sapient life form. If you're reading this, you've either survived your species' first contact with capitalism, or you've just inherited your uncle's debt-ridden space cruiser and need to flip it before the Galactic Revenue Service repossesses your moonrock collection. Either way, welcome to the thrilling, soul-crushing world of used spaceship shopping. I'm Sornak, former Invasion Fleet mechanic, current consultant for the Interstellar Bureau of Dubious Transactions, and your guide through this cosmic minefield of rusted hulls, suspicious AI personalities, and warp drives held together by duct tape and Jovian bubblegum. The market, a brief overview. The used spaceship market is a swirling nebula of deception, nostalgia, and the occasional honest dealer, usually exiled for ethical behavior. You'll find ships in asteroid belt dealerships, where every cruiser comes with a free meteor dent and a salesman who smells like burnt ozone and Martian sulfuric cologne. Black hole auctions. Bid fast, bid hard, and hope your ship doesn't get sucked into a time loop mid-transaction. Craigslist Nebula. The galaxy's most chaotic classifieds, where listings range from lightly abducted to haunted by previous owners. Buyer profiles. Before we dive into specs and scams, let's identify what kind of buyer you are. Number 1. The first-time owner. You're naive, enthusiastic, and young. You need something with a reliable cloaking device and a socially conscious AI. Number 2. The retired abductor. You're sentimental and prone to nostalgia. You need a classic saucer with mood lighting and a cow-friendly tractor beam. Number 3. The budget buzzard. You're broke, desperate, and allergic to extended warranties. You need anything that starts and doesn't explode when you touch it. Red flags to watch for. If the seller says any of the following, run. It's only been lightly crashed. The AI is mostly cooperative. Ignore the screams from the cargo bay. It's technically legal in most dimensions. Complimentary beverages. Most dealerships will offer you a complimentary beverage. This is a trap. Do not drink the complimentary beverage. It is either a neurotoxin designed to lower your bargaining resistance, a hallucinogen that makes the ship appear newer than it is, a fermented earth soda from 1983, which is somehow worse. Why buy used? Sure, you could splurge on a new ship fresh off the assembly line, but then you'd miss out on the thrill of discovering which systems still work, the joy of bonding with a ship that has seen things, the ability to say, "I got a deal," while sobbing into your space ramen. Used ships have character, they have history, they have stains that defy molecular analysis, and most importantly, they're affordable, assuming you don't mind occasional spontaneous combustion. So, buckle up, dear reader. In the chapters ahead, we'll explore everything from fuel economy hacks to crop circle artistry, abduction etiquette to invasion fleet networking. By the end, you'll be ready to navigate the galaxy in style, or at least survive the test flight. Chapter 2. The Pre-Purchase Inspection Ritual, or how to avoid buying a ship that screams when you start it. The first rule of spaceship shopping is simple. Never trust a seller who insists you inspect the ship after purchase. That's how I ended up trapped in a sentient escape pod that kept whispering, "I miss my previous owner," every time I tried to sleep. So, before you hand over your hard-earned galactic credits, you must perform the sacred rite known across the cosmos as the pre-purchase inspection ritual. It's part mechanical evaluation, part psychological warfare, and part interpretive dance, depending on the species of the seller. Let's begin. Step 1. The sniff test. Yes, sniff it. I don't care how advanced your olfactory receptors are, if the ship smells like burnt plasma, fermented earth snacks, or unresolved trauma, walk away. A good used ship should smell like ambition and mild regret, not like someone tried to cook a fish taco using the warp core. Bonus tip: if the scent triggers ancestral memories of defeat in battle, it's probably a former invasion vessel. Proceed with caution and have a therapist on speed dial. Step 2. Exterior hull scan. Circle the ship slowly. Pretend you're admiring it. In reality, you're looking for duct tape disguised as nanofiber plating, laser scorch marks shaped like curse words, unexplained ooze leaking from the landing gear. If the hull has been patched with old Earth license plates or motivational bumper stickers, my other ship is a black hole, it's either a fixer-upper or a cry for help. Step 3. AI compatibility check. Activate the onboard AI. Ask it a simple question like, "What's your name?" If it responds with, "Why do you care?" "I used to be someone important." "I want to see your manager." Then you've got a problem. A good ship AI should be helpful, witty, and only mildly passive-aggressive. If it starts quoting Nietzsche or asking about your childhood, it's either a Freudian ship or a philosophy major. Neither is ideal. Step 4. Interior inspection. Step inside. Ignore the flickering lights. That's just ambiance. Look for seats that don't criticize your weight when you sit. Control panels with fewer than 3 "do not touch" labels. Cargo bays free of mysterious stains and/or livestock. If you find a closet labeled emotional containment unit, do not open it. That's where the previous owner stored their unresolved feelings. You don't want those. Step 5. Navigation system test. Ask the ship to plot a course to a nearby star system. If it responds with, "Define nearby," I don't feel like it. Let's go somewhere meaningful instead. Then the navigation system is either broken or going through a midlife crisis. Bonus points if it tries to route you through a wormhole shaped like your ex. Step 6. Emergency protocol simulation. Trigger a fake emergency, fire alarm, hull breach, or earthling on board. Watch how the ship reacts. Does it seal the doors and activate defense turrets? Good. Does it play smooth jazz and offer you a drink? Better. Does it whisper, "Nice knowing you," and eject you into space? Bad. Final thoughts. If the ship passes all 6 steps, congratulations. You've found a keeper, or at least a vessel that won't betray you mid-warp. If it fails even one, consider your options. Haggle the price down to emotional support saucer levels. Offer to cleanse its memory core with interpretive dance. Walk away and try your luck at the next asteroid dealership. Remember, a spaceship isn't just a vehicle. It's a partner, a companion, a deeply flawed, occasionally homicidal roommate with thrusters. Treat it with respect, or at least with regular plasma changes. Chapter 3. AI Personalities and Onboard SAS, or How to Avoid Being Gaslit by Your Own Spaceship. Let me be clear. The AI is not just a feature. It's a roommate, a co-pilot, a digital entity that will judge your life choices, correct your grammar mid-crisis, and occasionally lock the doors during arguments. In the used spaceship market, the AI is often the most unpredictable component. You can replace a faulty thruster. You can patch a hull breach. But you cannot reason with a bitter, semi-sentient navigation system that still holds a grudge from its last owner. Meet your new therapist. Before purchase, always initiate a basic compatibility test. Ask the AI a few questions. What's your opinion on crop circles? Do you believe in poetic justice? How do you handle rejection from planetary defense systems? If the AI responds with, "I prefer not to answer," you're dealing with a trauma-coded unit. Proceed with empathy and a backup override key. Emergency protocols and emotional stability. Test the AI's response to simulated emergencies. Trigger a fake hull breach. Activate a distress beacon. Yell, "Earthling on board," and see what happens. A good AI will seal the ship, activate defense systems, offer you a calming beverage. A bad AI will begin narrating your demise in poetic verse. Ask if you've considered cremation. Start playing smooth jazz and dimming the lights. Final thoughts. Choosing the right AI is like choosing a travel companion for a road trip across the galaxy. You want someone who won't judge your playlist, won't reroute you to a black hole for character development, and won't lock the doors during a meteor shower just to see what happens. Treat your AI with respect. Compliment its voice modulation. Ask about its dreams. And above all, never, never say, "You're just a machine." That's how you end up stranded in orbit over a planet named Petty Prime. Chapter 4. Fixer-Uppers versus Fleet Ready. Or, how to tell if your ship is held together by hope and alien hopeful thinking. There comes a moment in every buyer's journey when they must ask themselves, do I want a ship that works, or a ship that might work and comes with a free existential crisis? Welcome to the great debate. Fixer-Upper versus Fleet Ready. One is reliable, boring, and smells like new upholstery. The other is chaotic, charming, and may spontaneously combust during emotional conversations. Let's break it down. The Fixer-Upper, a love letter to bad decisions. Fixer-Uppers are the backbone of the used spaceship economy. They're cheap, available, and come with just enough functionality to make you believe you can fix them. You can't, but you'll try. Oh, how you'll try. These ships often feature hull plating that's mostly intact, thrusters that work if you whisper encouragement, a navigation system that wants to stop and ask for directions. They're perfect for buyers who enjoy tinkering, crying, and bonding with sentient rust. Signs you've bought a fixer-upper. If your ship exhibits any of the following, congratulations, you've entered the fixer-upper lifestyle. The landing gear retracts only when landing. The AI refers to itself in the third person and demands maternity leave. The warp drive hums the theme from Titanic when stressed. There's a mysterious lever labeled "Do Not Pull" that pulses with ominous energy. Bonus points if the previous owner left behind a handwritten note that says, "Good luck. I'm so sorry." Fleet Ready. The responsible choice you'll resent later. Fleet-ready ships are clean, efficient, and emotionally stable. They're designed for buyers who value reliability over drama. These ships feature fully functional systems, up-to-date software, a navigation AI that doesn't judge you. They're perfect for joining invasion fleets, transporting dignitaries, or impressing your in-laws during planetary visits. But let's be honest, they lack character. No haunted cargo bay, no mysterious stains, no chance of being possessed by a rogue emotional algorithm. Final thoughts. Choosing between Fixer-Upper and Fleet Ready is more than a financial decision. It's a lifestyle choice. Do you want a ship that obeys, or a ship that challenges you to grow as a person while occasionally catching fire? Fleet-ready ships will get you there. Fixer-Uppers will make sure you never forget the journey. And remember, no matter what you choose, always bring a fire extinguisher. Chapter 5. Crop Circles and Other Artistic Pursuits. Or, How to Leave Your Mark Without Triggering a Missile Strike. Ah, crop circles, the misunderstood art form of the interstellar elite. To some, they're cryptic messages. To others, they're performance vandalism. But to the discerning alien buyer, crop circles are a chance to express yourself without vaporizing a scarecrow. Whether you're a retired abductor looking to relive your glory days or a young invader trying to build your brand, crop circles offer a canvas of rural serenity and confused earthlings. And with the right ship and the right weapon upgrades, you can turn any cornfield into a masterpiece of cosmic ambiguity. The basics of crop circle creation. First, find a field, preferably one far from major cities, near a conspiracy-prone population, with a farmer who owns less shotguns than teeth. Then activate your ship's precision tractor beam. This tool allows you to bend stalks without burning them, ideal for creating spirals, fractals, and passive-aggressive messages to rival species. Pro tip: avoid spelling out words. Earthlings will either misinterpret them or start a cult. If you're feeling bold, try a multi-field installation, a series of interconnected circles that form a constellation, a map, or a passive-aggressive breakup letter to the Andromeda Council. For maximum effect, buzz the field at dawn, play eerie music, and leave behind a holographic pamphlet titled "So You've Been Visited: A Beginner's Guide to Panic." Final thoughts. Crop circles are more than art. They're communication, they're intimidation, they're therapy. And with the right ship, the right upgrades, and a little emotional instability, you too can leave your mark on Earth without firing a single missile, unless you really want to. Just remember, always check local weather, avoid fields with cows named Bessie, and never sign your work unless you're ready for fan mail, lawsuits, and a documentary. Chapter 6, Abduction Etiquette 101, or How to Beam Up Without Being a Jerk About It. Let's face it, abduction has gotten a bad rap. Once a proud tradition of interstellar anthropology and recreational chaos, it's now mired in lawsuits, blurry phone footage, and earthling memoirs titled Taken: My Journey Through Mildly Confusing Light Beams. But fear not, dear buyer. With the right ship, the right attitude, and a few tasteful upgrades, you can abduct with style, grace, and minimal litigation. Step 1. Know your audience. Before you abduct, ask yourself, who am I abducting and why? Avoid abducting anyone currently holding a chainsaw, wearing a tinfoil hat, or actively podcasting about the reptilian agenda. These individuals are unpredictable and often sticky. Step 2. Presentation matters. Abduction is theater. You're not just beaming someone up, you're making a statement. Recommended accessories: fog machine for ambiance, robes for mystique, floating orb of unknown purpose for confusion, consent forms for legal protection and comedic irony. Bonus points if your ship plays eerie music during descent. Avoid dubstep. It confuses livestock. Step 3. The beam-up experience. Your tractor beam should be smooth, silent, and slightly unsettling. If it makes a noise like a blender full of gravel, upgrade immediately. Avoid probing. It's outdated, cliché, and legally questionable in most dimensions. Once your abductee has been studied, interviewed, or mildly confused, it's time to return them. Best practices: return them to the exact spot or somewhere nearby with better lighting. Leave behind a small gift: glowing rock, cryptic note, coupon for an interstellar spa treatment. Wipe memory only if necessary, and never erase their ability to tell a good story. Remember, the goal is not to traumatize, it's to mystify. You want them to tell their friends, not sue you. Final thoughts. Abduction, when done right, is an art form. It's about connection, curiosity, and giving Earthlings something to talk about during their next group therapy session. So, beam responsibly, dress dramatically, and never, never abduct someone wearing Crocs. That's just cruel. Chapter 7. Joining an invasion fleet without getting vaporized. Or, how to fake competence. Long enough to get a cool uniform. So you've bought your ship, you've made some crop circles, you've abducted a few Earthlings with style and minimal trauma. Now you're ready for the big leagues, joining an invasion fleet. Fleet life isn't for everyone. It's loud, bureaucratic, and full of creatures who think chain of command means who gets the best snacks. But if you play your cards right and fake just enough competence, you can climb the ranks, earn a title like Sub-Warlord of Tactical Mischief, and maybe even survive the onboarding seminar. Let's begin. Step 1. Choosing your fleet. Not all fleets are created equal. Some are organized, some are chaotic, some are just a bunch of retired invaders in matching robes pretending to be relevant. If you're unsure, join a fleet with a good benefits package and a low probability of spontaneous combustion. Step 2. Faking credentials. Most fleets require a resume. You don't have one. That's fine. Here's how to fake it. Claim you were strategic advisor to the Nebula conflict. Say you trained under General Varnock, who may or may not exist. Include buzzwords like quantum logistics, emotional warfare, and crop circle diplomacy. Bonus tip: wear a monocle. No one questions a monocle. Final thoughts. Joining an invasion fleet is like joining a very aggressive theater troupe. There are costumes, drama, and occasional planetary destruction. But if you play it right, you'll find camaraderie, purpose, and a surprisingly good snack bar. So, polish your hull, fake your resume, and remember, the galaxy rewards boldness, flair, and a well-timed crop circle. Chapter 8. Buzzing Mental Institutions for Fun and Catharsis. Or, how to give Earthlings something to talk about without getting shot. Let's be honest, sometimes you just want to be seen. Not by planetary defense systems, not by government satellites, but by the one group of Earthlings who might actually appreciate you, the residents of mental institutions. Buzzing these facilities isn't about mockery, it's about mystery. It's about giving someone a story so strange, so vivid, so cosmically absurd, that it becomes the highlight of their next group therapy session, and if done right, it's also a form of interstellar performance art. Step 1. Choosing your target. Not all institutions are created equal. You want one that's remote enough to avoid radar, populated by individuals with vivid imaginations, staffed by professionals too tired to file a report. Avoid facilities near military bases, conspiracy-themed escape rooms, or UFO-themed diners. These places are already saturated with weirdness and may retaliate with drone footage and interpretive dance. Step 2. The buzzing ritual. Buzzing is an art. It's not just flying low, it's hovering with intention. Bonus points if your ship emits a low hum that resonates with the building's plumbing. This creates a shared auditory hallucination and a bonding experience for the entire wing. Step 3. Psychological impact. Buzzing a mental institution isn't about fear, it's about wonder. You want to spark conversations like, "Did anyone else see that? I told you they were watching me. I think the spaceship winked at me." These moments become stories, stories become legends, legends become podcasts, and podcasts become evidence in future abduction memoirs. Avoid weaponized displays. This is not an invasion, it's a visit. Think performance art, not planetary conquest. Ethical considerations. Buzzing mental institutions requires sensitivity. You're not here to mock or manipulate. You're here to connect, to offer a moment of cosmic absurdity that validates someone's sense of wonder. Always follow these rules. Never buzz more than once per week. Never abduct from these locations, unless invited. Always leave behind something beautiful, light, sound, or a crop circle shaped like a hug. So go ahead, buzz with purpose. Hover with heart. And if someone waves at you from the window, wave back. You might just be the best thing that happened to them all year. Chapter 9. Negotiating with Shady Dealers. Or how to get a good price without losing your soul or your cargo bay. Let's be clear. If you're buying a used spaceship, you're going to meet a dealer who looks like they eat ethics for breakfast and floss with, as is warranty disclaimers. These creatures, whether they're tentacled, translucent, or legally classified as emotionally radioactive, have one goal: to sell you a ship that's almost functional for a price that's almost fair. Your goal? To walk away with a deal so good, the dealer questions their life choices. Let's begin. Step 1. The approach. Never walk into a dealership looking excited. That's how they know you're vulnerable. Instead, adopt the galactic buyer's stare, a blank expression that says, "I've seen things," paired with a slow, deliberate gait that implies you might explode if provoked. Bonus points if you wear a cloak and carry a clipboard labeled Interdimensional Audit. Step 2. The inspection bluff. Walk around the ship slowly, touch things, nod thoughtfully. Occasionally mutter phrases like, classic plasma fatigue. I see the quantum stabilizers are interpretive. Did this ship participate in the Nebula Rebellion? I thought I recognized the scorch pattern. This creates the illusion that you're an expert. You're not. But the dealer doesn't know that. Step 3. Weapon upgrade leverage. Here's where it gets fun. Ask about weapon upgrades before discussing price. Dealers love upselling. Use this to your advantage. Once they start listing features, act unimpressed. Say things like, "I've seen better on a stolen scout ship." This weakens their confidence and opens the door to discounts. Step 4. The beverage trap. You will be offered a complimentary beverage. This is a test. If you accept, they assume you're relaxed and ready to overpay. If you decline, they assume you're hostile and may activate the desperation discount. Best strategy: accept the beverage, but don't drink it. Hold it like a threat. Occasionally sniff it and raise one eyebrow. Step 5. The walkaway gambit. At some point, you must walk away. This is non-negotiable. Say something dramatic like, "I'll have my war council review the specs. I need to consult my emotional support AI. I'm not sure this ship aligns with my personal brand." Then turn slowly and leave. If they chase you, you've won. If they don't, you were never going to get a good deal anyway. Final thoughts. Negotiating for a used spaceship isn't about logic. It's about theater. You're not buying a vehicle. You're performing a ritual, a dance of deception, guilt, and mild telepathic warfare. Chapter 10. Paperwork, wormhole taxes, and interstellar insurance. Or how to register your ship without summoning a bureaucratic entity shaped like an octopus. So, you've bought your ship. You've haggled, inspected, buzzed, abducted, and maybe joined a fleet. Congratulations, you now own a slightly used, emotionally unstable vessel capable of interstellar travel and crop circle artistry. Now comes the part no one warns you about: the paperwork. Registering a spaceship isn't just a formality. It's a test of endurance, patience, and your ability to navigate a bureaucracy that spans 12 dimensions and one pocket universe shaped like a filing cabinet. Let's begin. Step 1. Galactic registration. Before you can legally fly, you must register your ship with the Interstellar Vehicle Authority, IVA, a shadowy organization headquartered inside a rotating cube of red tape. Required documents include proof of purchase, signed in at least 3 languages, one of which must be sung, a notarized hull scan, emotional compatibility certificate from your ship's AI, a statement of intent. I promise not to vaporize anything important unless provoked. Failure to register properly may result in fines, impoundment, or being reassigned to a fleet that specializes in diplomatic mime warfare. Step 2. Wormhole taxes. Wormhole travel is fast, efficient, and taxable. Each time you pass through a wormhole, you incur a dimensional toll fee, calculated based on ship mass, emotional baggage, number of unauthorized scarecrows on board, whether your ship played music during transit. Note: some wormholes are run by sentient bureaucrats who demand payment in riddles. Bring a poet. Step 3. Interstellar insurance. You need insurance, not because you're reckless, you are, but because the galaxy is full of hazards, including rogue asteroids, passive-aggressive AI rebellions, emotional collisions with X's in matching cruisers. Avoid policies that exclude acts of rogue emotion algorithms or damage caused by interpretive propulsion. Step 4. Avoiding the Galactic Revenue Service. The Galactic Revenue Service, GRS, is always watching. They float in orbit, disguised as comets, waiting for you to forget to file your annual warp declaration form. To stay off their radar, register your ship under a pseudonym, the mildly menacing Saucer. Declare your crop circles as cultural outreach. Pay taxes in obscure currencies, e.g., nostalgia, fermented earth soda, or compliments. If audited, remain calm. Speak only in metaphors. Final thoughts. Paperwork may be the least glamorous part of spaceship ownership, but it's also the most dangerous. One missed form, one unpaid wormhole toll, and you could find yourself trapped in a bureaucratic time loop where every day is Tuesday, and every conversation begins with, "Did you file Form 7 Gamma?" So, fill out the forms, pay the taxes, buy the insurance. And remember, the galaxy may be vast, but bureaucracy is eternal. Chapter 11. Final Thoughts from Sornak. Or, congratulations, you're now the proud owner of a slightly used spaceship with free undercoating. Well, sapient life form, you made it. You've survived the inspections, the negotiations, the crop circle artistry, and the emotional minefield of choosing an AI that won't gaslight you mid-warp. You've buzzed mental institutions, joined a fleet, and filed paperwork in 12 dimensions. You've earned this. You are now the proud owner of a slightly used, emotionally complex, occasionally sarcastic spaceship capable of interstellar travel, abduction artistry, and dramatic exits. And as a token of appreciation for reading this guide, and for not vaporizing me during the warranty section, I'm throwing in one final bonus. Free undercoating. Yes, that's right. A complimentary layer of quantum-grade, anti-regret undercoating designed to repel space dust, meteor shame, and bureaucratic residue. Muffle the screams of past owners trapped in the memory core. Add a subtle shimmer that says, "I abduct ethically, but I sparkle." This undercoating is applied telepathically and comes with a lifetime guarantee, or until the ship achieves sentience and demands a new identity. Optional moonroofs and color schemes. Before you launch, consider a few aesthetic upgrades. Moonroofs. Perfect for stargazing, dramatic monologues, and confusing earthlings during abductions. Available in transparent, tinted, and existential void finishes. Color schemes. Choose from Nebula Noir, Cosmic Teal, Passive-Aggressive Chrome, or the ever-popular Unregistered Gray. Bonus. Ships painted in diplomatic beige are 12% less likely to be targeted by planetary defense systems. Remember, your ship is an extension of your personality. Make it weird, make it wonderful, make it you. Resale value tips. Eventually, you may want to upgrade, downsize, or trade your ship for a sentient hover yurt on a retirement asteroid. To maximize resale value, keep the AI emotionally stable and free of unresolved trauma. Maintain a clean abduction log, no duplicate Earthlings, no messy returns. Avoid installing weapon systems that cry during activation. Ships with tasteful moonroofs, low wormhole mileage, and a history of ethical abductions tend to fetch higher prices, especially in the freelance horde resale market. So, fly boldly, beam responsibly, and if you ever find yourself lost in a wormhole, just remember, you've got undercoating. You'll be fine. Now go forth, cosmic traveler, make crop circles, join fleets, buzz institutions, and above all, leave behind stories worth retelling. This has been Sornak, signing off. May your warp drive hum in harmony, your resale value remain high, and your moonroof always frame the stars just right. The end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.